Things look so idyllic in Southbank, Collabria. But little do the people know about the serious crisis their state government is in. It seems their newly opened Trans-Collabrian Transport Network is hemorrhaging money at the rate of $2 million every accounting period. Oh dear! Perhaps you can turn this around and run it profitably. Good luck with that. G'day, I'm Stephen Spry, and that's the TLDR for the save game of Your Collabrian Adventure, now available on Steam. Today, we try to get the skinny on what's actually happening in Collabria in late 1861. As we hop aboard the Trans-Collabrian Express, to get a closer look at the rail network they've only just opened. Hopefully, we can find out what's going on. Oh crap, that's our train. We better get going.
All aboard the Trans-Collabrian Express, one of the great transport fever 2 train journeys of our time. We are currently reversing the train to Southbank Junction, and shortly, ladies and gentlemen, we will be pointing in the right direction for all stops north to Lutterworth. This may be one of the last trips for our train, so please enjoy the journey.
What? Did he just say last train trip? What the heck? Excuse me, mate. Why is it one of the last trips for the train?
Well, that's a sad story.
But I've got time to fill in the gory details, I suppose. You see, almost 2 years ago, the previous state government of Collabria invested heavily in building a wonderful 110-kilometre rail network linking North and South Collabria. It truly is a magnificent piece of engineering for our time, despite being mostly single-track with multiple passing loops. I mean, they built bridges, signal boxes, magnificent engine servicing facilities, and there's these Ys. Well, the Ys have a slight problem, but there's these Ys at each end of the network to facilitate the easy turning of the trains. And the 800-metre tunnel and 600-metre viaduct at Bolsover are just marvellous examples of our artisans' skills, and their grand modern facilities at all the towns along our routes and rolling stock. You'll see shortly as we pass the Southbank sidings how much rolling stock, state-of-the-art locomotives and wagons we have for this new railway. Everyone was very, very impressed with the achievement. It sounds pretty good. So, what happened? Well, some Treasury documents were leaked which showed this was not the fiscal goldmine the government promised. It was revealed that the cost of running it had skyrocketed, resulting in a loss every quarter in excess of $2 million. And once that information was released, the public were not happy, so a general election was called. And, now we have a new government in charge who might simply scrap the whole thing if they can't work out what to do about the ongoing bills. And here's some of that rolling stock I was mentioning earlier. Look at them. Wagon loads full of, empty wagons, not full of anything, just sitting here. They can't afford to put them into action. Mate, look, this is where we come in, right? See, the government has realised that despite having the state-of-the-art network and rolling stock available, they have no business being in the transport business. So they're thinking of privatising the whole thing, and my company might be tendering to take over the operations. So today, I'm here to have a look at all the facilities that have been built and to see what's not working and try and work out why. And see how we can get the Trans-Collabrian Express running. Oh my, that would be brilliant. Look, if you've got any questions, please let me know. I'll only be too happy to answer them. Well, to start with, what's happening here on the right-hand side? Well, that is one, in fact, the only siding on the entire network that links directly with an industry. This one goes up to the farm on your right there. And here, of course, is the first of several of the passing loops that were installed on the single track line to facilitate quicker movement of the traffic on the network. And how does that work? Fine, with only 2 trains. I don't know how it might work once you start putting a few more trains on it. You might need to add some more of these passing loops. Well, there you go, people. Long story short, our task with this save game is to do something, I'm not quite sure what yet, to rescue the state government from this predicament and handling the crippling ongoing debt created by the existing network and infrastructure and maintenance. Despite the 2 trains, as you'll see, they're running full most of the time, the revenue from passenger tickets is simply not enough to cover the costs. And, well, there's no freight haulage in the state for some reason. So, let's ask our conductor mate. Mate, excuse me again, why are there no freight trains running on this network? Yes. Well, that is an interesting question. Lots of people wondered why that never happened. It turns out that once that Treasury report came out, it showed the government didn't have any money available to set up the freight networks. Okay, well, that explains that. So, seems like our first job might be to establish some profitable freight routes that could cover the ongoing debt. My, yes, indeed. In fact, one of the ideas suggested earlier was a route bringing grain in from Northbridge to the food factory here in Southbank. I'm sure that would be very profitable. Well, it sounds great, and our modelling has shown that it could be profitable, but because of the distances and times involved going from one end of a large map to the other one, we'd need funding to purchase at least 15 trains to service just the one farm. And that would lead to a state of congestion on the network, which would mean it would need to be double-tracked very soon. So we're looking at getting good returns over a quicker time period. Now, what are we looking at here? Well, this is one of the smaller stations on the network. As you see, a double passenger platform, a single freight platform with approach and departure tracks either side of it. In fact, every small station, even all the small stations got this treatment. At least, I think one of them has a double freight platform even. Well, that's all very interesting, isn't it? Well, I'm going to enjoy this little trip. Got the facilities all right. I mean, it looks absolutely magnificent. Now, you were talking about putting a big freight line from north through to south. The big problem with that is that one of the conditions of the tender is that each of the 4 major towns all operate independently of one another, at least to start with. So that means each region can contribute a good amount to their share of the ongoing debt. And, of course, do it quickly. Oh, good luck with that. Oh, well, I think we can do it. I think we'll be able to handle it. I've got some other fellows working out some profitable routes that we might be able to implement. But for now, let's skip ahead to the next station, eh? By the looks of it, double platform for packs, single freight platform approaches, blah blah blah. This must be another small station. Small? Yeah, well, you can see where they spent the money. The station buildings, the signal boxes. My gosh. Damn fine job. Redcar, eh? Alright, what's next? I think Redbend, sir, is the next stop. It's the second of the 4 large cities in Collabria. Redbend, eh? Let's have a look at that then. Thanks. That'd be great. I think, sir, we'll find Redbend rather interesting, actually. Its passenger station is on the southern side of town and the freight handling facility is on the north. The passenger station actually has 3 passenger platforms with a single bypass track running up the middle. I should also tell you, sir, that at each of our rail stations, they are serviced very adequately by bus networks to the nearest town. Well, no expense spared here, eh, mate? Woohoo! Look at that station. My goodness. You just can't close something like this down. You've got to do something to rescue it, eh? That's our job. Oh, I see a viaduct coming up in our future. That'll be fun. Often wonder whether the fireman and the engineer would actually hear such beautiful bird noise from the cabin of their locos. Ah, dear. There is a mod, I know. I think I might have to get it that can turn that off. Okay, let's check out this viaduct coming up. Thanks very much. Nice. Gotta love a good viaduct. Oh, even better, love a snazzy freight station. My gosh, that looks, how do we get down there? Must have some sort of, oh, I see, bit of a loopy thing around the bottom to get in. Nice. Oh, double track all the way through here, is it? Oh, that's not, yep, looks like it. Okay. Some thought went into Redbend's freight station and the junctions around it here by the looks of things. The track's looping back to the left again for it too by the looks. I think it's been set up so that anything can get in and out, going in whatever direction it wants. Cool. So how much more double track do we have? Probably not much, I'd imagine. But now maybe I can see the reason why they decided to double track here. Hello? Are you meeting the other engine? Yoo-hoo!
Trans-Collabrian Express southbound, thank you.
Yeah, this must be roughly the midpoint of the journey for these trains. Which is why they cleverly double-tracked it all. Yes, okay. Well, we're going to disappear into this tunnel and re-emerge a little further up the track. Near the medium-sized town, medium-sized town of Bolsover. Apparently, there's a story on the pronunciation of this that I won't go into. Oh dear, oh dear. But this is the town that was mentioned earlier that actually has the double track passenger and freight. Actually, it could be a triple track passenger if you wanted it to be. No, double passenger, double freight. Don't turn that extra track in the middle there into packs. That'll just confuse everybody. Thanks. Well, there's Bolsover, or Bolsover, or however you want to pronounce it. Yep, looks pretty. Oh, we've even got a what's that? Extra shed on the platform there. Where'd that come from? That would be the British Signal Box mod. That's one of the extras that comes with it. Okay, well, what's past here? From memory? This is the Bolsover Viaduct, which is apparently impressive according to our conductor friend, so let's check that out now. Now, I know you were wondering about this. Or was I? Wondering about what? The speed on these viaducts. Because in the vanilla game, it's only 90k. Right? Well, this is the Stone Bridges mod, which has increased the speed of all the stone bridges to 120k. So they're not going to slow us down as we progress through the ages. Oh, that was very thoughtful of you, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. I'll be going through the rest of the 31 mods in a little while, so don't disappear. And we're about to enter the Bolsover tunnel, which is 800 metres long of nothing. So, in the interests of entertainment, we're not going to sit here and watch the trees go by. Let's skip ahead to the next station, hey, which is number 3 of our big 4. So we're going to have a look at St Albans. And prepare to be impressed. Oh God, check out St Albans. I mean, we've got 4-track approach, so that's up-down freight, up-down passenger. Whew. Yeah, well look, this station is huge, and on the other side, it's also got a damn large yard as well. So there's something like this. They're all different, but there's something like this in all of the 4 major towns in the state of Collabria. They really spent a small fortune to set this whole thing up. Over $200 million on the network. Now, if you were saving money in-game to try and do this, good luck. It would have taken some time in order to collect that amount of money. And it certainly isn't a waste of money. I love it. Oh, just very sad to see it so poorly mismanaged. Well, let's hope that we can do something about that then, matey. Yeah, right. Look, huge warning here. Huge warning for all of you starting to play this map. This debt will kill you. I guarantee within the first 12 to 18 months, if you don't do something serious about it, right from the start, and even preferably on pause, if you don't spend all of the money you've got available to set up highly profitable routes, this game will bankrupt you. Well, the game does that anyway, but on hard, you won't last long. And you'll see exactly what I mean in a couple of weeks' time. Well, hopefully not. I've got 4 guys getting together to play this map, and hopefully that isn't going to bankrupt all of them. Fingers crossed. Here's the yard I was talking about earlier. Yeah. Just more engine service facilities and lots of sidings to park wagons. Lovely. And of course, yet another magnificent stone bridge to cross the river. So while we're cruising along the other side of the river for a change, let's have a little look at all the settings and mods that are involved with your Collabrian Adventure. In the basic game settings, town cargo needs are set for up to 6 cargo types, and industry closure frequently is never turned off, disabled. Thanks, because, well, the industries have all been specially placed on this map for you, and I don't want the AI telling you what to do for a change. No, that's my job as map maker. So that's them done. Let's have a look at the actual list of 31 31 mods that are here. I'll scroll through it nice and slow. You might need to hit pause, but there is also a page on Steam that lists these and what they all do. Basically, they're just quality of life mods, just to help improve the gameplay a little bit. Apart from the first 2, they're required by the map, the gasworks and the mail and waste industries. Just to add a bit of complexity to the game. If you've never used them, yeah. It's interesting trying to work them out. And finally, the advanced game settings. Yeah, I've tweaked those slightly too, as you can see. Right, that's it. That's the settings. We're playing it on hard. We're playing it with all vehicles. Yes, all vehicles, because I love choice. It's a temperate map. What else do you want to know? I don't know. Go read the description on Steam. It's got everything you need to know. And, of course, rewatch this video a couple of times, because that's also got everything you need to know. Shut up, Stephen. Move on with it. Right. Sorry. And moving right along as requested, we've still got, would you believe, 3 more stations to go. A little one you can see in the distance is Barrington. So I think it's time to just chill out and listen to some music until we get there. Barrington's another little railway station with double passenger platforms and a single two-way freight one with plenty of approach sidings for that. The town itself is a bit over to the left, quite a bit over to the left. So it's lucky it's got a bus service there. Very convenient. And I love the riverside thing. I'm so glad these maps don't flood at all. Stephen, what's all that grass doing there, mate? That's not a problem. I was very, very meticulous on this map with my weeding. For those of you who are familiar with my regular complaint about tracks not being ballasted, especially new ones, you'll be pleased to know that, fingers crossed, there aren't any weeds where weeds shouldn't be on this map. I hope. Don't sound too confident, mate. Never say never. But anyway, look, we've just got a nice little run here along the, see? Through the farms. It's pretty to look at from up here, but from down there, nah. And besides, we've been raving on too long. Let's skip ahead to the racecourse. I beg your pardon. Yeah, you heard me. I said racecourse. That's what the whole setup at Northbridge is called. It's its nickname because it looks like a racecourse. Right? Well, show us. Just get on with it. Hey, stop being pushy. I'm there. So what happens at Northbridge is quite interesting. You've got a double approach track coming here down the right-hand side and then goes into a huge loop to come in. All of those tracks, all the passenger platforms and the freight platforms and so on, from the northern side and then back out again. So it's a big oval shape in the middle there with another, as you can see, just across on the left of the loco now. That's an escape loop, so we can head north again. Oh, right. So that's why it's called the racetrack. Racecourse. Yep. Oh, post. Yeah, sorry, I was not concentrating here, but never mind. Here's yet another engine service depot with a shed and water and sand and coaling towers and ash plants and lots of grass. No, that grass isn't a problem. Stop whinging about grass. Okay, well, let's watch this fella come in. Yep, it'll just turn around and pop into... Ooh, okay. Passenger on the left-hand side, but I see freight. Yeah, well, because we're going further north to Lutterworth, we've got a passenger and a freight platform on this side, so that Lutterworth can access these two easily. The rest, that's for the main line. Oh, jolly good. Oh, pole, sorry. Look, you don't know how many hours this video took to put together. So a couple of poles in the face, not a problem. Welcome to Northbridge, ladies and gentlemen. This is the fourth and final large town on our map. Whew. Okay, and for the last leg of our journey, almost there, we're going to head around the loop and keep going north to the medium-sized town in this region called Lutterworth. It's at the end of the line at the moment, and Lutterworth also has a Y. A what? No, you can't do that joke. Alright, why has it got a Y then? Can I do that joke? Sure. It's got a Y because it's the end of the line, and it helps the trains, the steam trains at least, turn around. Good. Well, it would, if I didn't make a major... Sorry, not me. No. If the engineers that were planning the line for the Collabrian government didn't make a major stuff up. with the freight component of said Y. Please check the discussions on the Steam page in order to work out how to fix it. It's a simple fix, but it's fun, so it's really not worth updating the map to fix it, I hope. If you complain, send a letter, Collabrian Government, Department of Transport, Parliament House, Collabria. I'm sure they'll attend to your issue. Okay, here we go. Nice little trip along the left-hand side of the river, and then we'll cross a bridge into Lutterworth. The more observant people watching, or perhaps listening to this video, would have noticed that the railway crossings, the road crossings there, all have the whistles. I hope. I think I got most of them too. Now, Lutterworth is a medium-sized city on our map, and it also has another variation of station. It's sort of got a double bypass track up the middle of it. Passenger on the right-hand side, which is why we're going up the right-hand track now, and the freight on the left. Why? Yeah, that's to the right. The why is to the... No. Why has it got this double bypass track, Stephen? Because there's some sidings a bit further up the track, and there's a steel mill. So they're anticipating, well, they were anticipating, a lot of ore carts going up and down through here, and you don't want them zooming along where the passengers are, of course. Now, do you? Of course not. Okay, final stop, Lutterworth. We back out of here again, same as we started. Reverse around into the Y at Lutterworth and head back down the rest of the Trans-Collabrian Railway Network. That's fun. I like what you've done there. It's got signals, signal boxes, it's got whistle posts, it's got Ys, it's got loops, it's got all sorts of stuff on it. And I hope like hell that all the signals are in the right position, i.e. before junctions, because that's where signals go. Not after them, not immediately after them, because if they are, you'll force a train to stop across a junction, which is no, no, and no. Your Collabrian adventure awaits. All you've got to do is stay financial long enough to get past the first couple of years and help solve the government's financial crisis, or who knows what they will do to you. Heads will roll, probably. Were heads still rolling in the 1860s? I don't know. Maybe they were in Collabria. Oh, thanks, mate. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming along and taking a trip today on the Trans-Collabrian Express with me. I hope I've answered some of your questions about the map. Had great fun making it. I spent several weeks just fiddling and shh, keep an eye on the news. I've got a spoiler alert. Something very fun is happening very, very soon, within the next month. Okay? Yep, I've already given you a couple of hints what might be involved. Until then, though, until next time, it's hooroo from me, and it's goodbye from him. We'll see you then.